With the unpopularity of Doge and Elon Musk's influence over the federal government, President Donald Trump appears to be kind of starting to rein in the non-department department. Now, in a social media post on Thursday afternoon, over on his, well,
Truth, TruthSocial.
Trump suggested that Doge will have less autonomy and need to be less reckless in its cuts in the future. He said, quote, Doge has been an incredible success, and now that we have my cabinet in place, I have instructed the secretaries and leadership to work with them on cost-cutting measures and staffing. As the secretaries learn about and understand the people working for the various departments, they can be very precise as to who will remain and who will go. We say the scalpel rather than the hatchet. Oh, interesting. Now, of course, they were using the hatchet. In fact, they were using the chainsaw. So this is a very interesting change. Now, it comes after a federal judge last week ruled that it was likely illegal for the Office of Personnel Management, which has been taken over by Musk lackeys, of course, to direct agencies to fire thousands of employees. A lot of them happens to be veterans, okay? About 6,000 veterans had been fired across the federal government, I think, as of February, okay? So not even current numbers yet. Now, the administration, of course, likely knows that this is illegal, but I think they counted on basically the strategy of move fast and break things, right? And so break things so fast that it makes people's heads spin, all right? And so that everybody would be caught flat-footed and not know what to do, not know how to fight back, and more importantly, not know how to stop them. Now, that said, something that they didn't count on is how unpopular Doge and Elon Musk would be at Republican town halls. So, over the last week or so, you had a lot of Republican congressmen going to these town halls and getting obliterated by their own constituents. They're not Democrat plants, all right? People aren't going into the middle of Kansas, okay, and paying people to go to these town halls. These are their own constituents in very, very red districts that did very well with Trump during the election. People are going there and saying, "We didn't elect Elon Musk. We don't want these. We don't want these cuts." Now, in theory, of course, a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, of course we agree with the mission, cut waste, fraud, and abuse," right? But it is funny when they find out that, oh, it turns out we really don't have a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse. And what you're doing is you're labeling these federal workers that actually do these very important jobs as waste. And in some cases, firing us because we're the ones that are doing these jobs. So, yeah, a lot of pushback on those town halls. And not only that, but you've had a lot of court cases that have forced Trump to slow down just a little bit. So that's interesting. Now, in remarks from the Oval Office on Thursday, Trump said that he had convened a meeting with Elon Musk and several of his department heads and suggested that he would prefer his department heads to handle budget cuts. But, and this is really important here, Musk would still have a lot of influence. So it's a little bit of change, but not too much. Maybe it's more change on the outside, continuity on the inside. So here we go. He said, so I had a meeting and I said, I want the cabinet members to go first. Keep all the people you want, everybody that you need. And so we're going to be watching them. And Elon and the group are going to be watching them. And if they can cut, it's better. And if they don't cut, then Elon will do the cutting. So not too much of a change. Okay, a little bit, but not much. All right. Now, Norm Eisen of the State Democracy Defenders Fund, a nonprofit legal group that's been challenging Musk and Doge's actions in court, said the president's latest comments on Musk shows that he is feeling the heat to stop saying that his billionaire buddy is in charge. Interesting. He made clear that Musk and Doge had been calling the shots, That's unconstitutional, Eisen said in a statement. Unfortunately, closing the barn door after the horse has bolted does no good. In fact, this attempted backtrack is an admission the vast chaos that Musk and Doge have brought without proper approval and documentation is illegal and so must be completely unwound. So all the federal workers that were fired should have to come back to work. Now, Musk, of course, met with Republicans in the House and Senate on Wednesday and acknowledged that while Doge had made some mistakes, we're gonna keep keeping on. Okay. Now, these Republicans, in turn, are saying that while they support Musk and his efforts, they're going to have to try to pass legislation. So understand that Republicans are still keen on making these cuts and shrinking the size of the federal government, mainly, of course, to try to defang these agencies that go after, these corporate bad actors like Elon Musk. But now they're like, crap, we're going to actually have to do our jobs now. Ugh. Now, here's the thing, though. They try to make all these cuts. That's also going to backfire on them. I mean, a lot of people have been pissed off that Musk has been given too much power of the federal government. And so, but still ostensibly support the mission of Doge. But when Republicans actually start making the cuts, first they're gonna try to thread this needle, right? But it's going to be very, very unpopular once they start making these cuts through Congress, and that's still going to reflect badly on members of Congress. So that's the problem, and it's because they're not actually confronting waste, fraud, and abuse. They're cutting agencies that they don't like. This has all been ideological. Okay. And again, for Musk, it's been agencies that could hold him accountable. And that's why he's been targeting places like the FAA, for example. Right. And speaking of the FAA, Starlink was getting contracts now over other companies. Seems a little weird. Seems a little bit like corruption, Now, of course, these conflicts of interest are legally precarious. And so Musk has been trying to distance himself from Doge. And it's like, oh, no, I'm not the leader. I'm not leading Doge. You know what? I don't have anything to do really with what they're doing, the day-to-day operations or anything like that. No, I'm not leading this, right? And then dummy Donald Trump comes out and says, oh, actually, you know what? Elon Musk, he's doing a great job running Doge. During his televised speech to a joint session of Congress, Trump said that Doge is headed by Elon Musk. Oops.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, I know. Not the smartest, okay?
And then they say, "Is Donald Trump an intellectual? Trust me, I'm like a smart person."
Yeah, no, smart person that might be getting Elon Musk into some more legal trouble. Okay? Because again, this would be massively improper, massively illegal. All right? In fact, the statement that Trump made has been introduced into court records in each case against Musk that as evidence that Musk indeed does lead Doge. Oops. So he's in damage control right now. Both Trump and Musk, damage control. In fact, Musk recently told Republicans that all the cuts made to the government were not his fault. I didn't do it. Instead, he said in private talks this week that those decisions are left to the various federal agencies, of which his staffers have been his little blunderkins, okay, have been going into these agencies and essentially taking them over. So, no, it is your fault. Now, that said, Representative Richard Hudson, who went into a dinnertime pizza meeting with Musk in the basement of the Capitol, said Elon doesn't fire people. No, he doesn't have hiring and firing authority. Oh, okay. I mean, yes, that's true. That doesn't mean he hasn't tried to take that authority and fire people. Because he has. Representative Carlos Jimenez, a Republican of Florida, said Musk told lawmakers that some of the folks that were probationary people, he didn't fire them. They were actually supposedly fired by the agencies, and they messed up. Oh, they messed up. Jimenez says, well, yeah, if they were in fact, critical people and the agency did the firing, then yeah, they messed up, but not him. Elon Musk did nothing wrong. Oh, okay. Another Republican representative, Andy Barr of Kentucky, said that Musk went so far as to emphasize that not only had DOGE not recommended the mass termination of probationary employees, that he thought some federal agencies were either incompetent or sabotaging the effort. Oh, gee, it's not my fault. I didn't do it. They're trying to tank me, everybody. That's what they're doing. Oh, the deep state, these corrupt officials firing people and then blaming it on me. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. Classic. No, this is the guy who at CPAC was holding up a chainsaw, saying he's gonna take a chainsaw to the bureaucracy. And that's what he did. But it turns out 30% of veterans were part of that bureaucracy. Okay. And cutting their jobs, it's not exactly popular. People didn't like that. Because, of course. And now, both Trump and Musk, they're feeling the heat. And as such, they are scrambling. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.